Hey everybody, it's Colmedex, and welcome to this week's Midweek Magic event, which is a Duskmourn Phantom bot draft. So Midweek Magic events are completely free, so whenever they do limited events like this, they are Phantom. We don't keep any of the cards we draft. But what we get is to play a practice Duskmourn draft for free and get a couple random rare rewards and a mystery cosmetic for our first 3 wins. We can play as long as we need to get 3 wins. So really, an absolute no pressure draft. So a great way to practice drafting to help learn the format. Highly recommend Midweek Magic drafts and sealed events as just great free practice. So without further ado, let's start with our Duskmourn Pack 1 Pick 1. And I'm going to go pretty quick today because, again, it's completely free and it doesn't matter how long it takes us to get our 3 wins. So I'm just going to try to jam through things and get into the gameplay quick here. So our opening pack kind of sucks. I don't like Duskmourn's Domination as like 6 mana removal, so I think I'm just going to go for the common 3 mana removal that Glassworks provides. I really don't think any of these uncommons are huge cards to go for early, but they're good role players in their respective decks, like Rakdos and Green-White. What's Selesnya? Yeah, that's Selesnya. Pick 2, though, we got excellent uncommons. We have Gremlin Tamer, which is incredible in blue-white, and Sheltered by Ghosts, which is fantastic in any white deck. I think we take the Sheltered by Ghosts here, as this card is very absurd and fits into any white deck, instead of a more restrictive card there requiring us to be in a specific 2-color archetype. Pick 3, we have Wickerfolk Thresher, Spineseeker Centipede. Looks like the green cards out of this pack are the most exciting. This one for a lot of fixing, this one for just straight up beef. I don't think either of these picks go super well with our first two, though. I really don't like to end up in green-white. And Shelter by Ghost is our strongest pick so far. But there's really nothing in the whole pack that I think would be great in a Sheltered by Ghosts deck, so I'll just take the best green card and grab the Wickerfolk Thresher. Pick 4. God. Well, I guess I've never shown off a green-white deck here, and now I think this is where we're supposed to be. Sheltered by Ghosts, Wickerfolk Thresher, and a baseball bat. Don't see another pick that looks particularly good here. The closest is maybe Trial of Agony. If you're a really aggressive red deck, that card's fine. But I think it's baseball bat out of that pack. Okay, pick 5. It's very interesting. It puts things right back into contention for other picks like Grand Entryway, Unable to Scream, Paranormal Analyst, or Unsettling Twins. Clockwork Percussionist is great too. This pack is all over. So I think Percussionist Thresher Glassworks is a really great start to Red-Green Delirium. And Percussionist Sheltered by Ghost Glassworks is a really good start to Boros. So I kind of like the Percussionist as the glue that can hold our picks together, fitting into multiple different directions we could go. The Entryway fits fine into Boros or Selesnya, but it's way better in Azorius in blue-white. And taking a blue card here, we're now in 4 colors deep. And none of our picks here go great into an Analyst deck. Unable to Scream fits in pretty much anything, though. I think I'm taking the Percussionist here. I like the way that it gives us multiple paths. Second baseball bat. If there was ever a time to play the weakest deck in the format, it would probably be in the completely free Phantom bot draft. So we'll take 2 of the green-white Signpost Uncommon and see if that ends up viable. Pick 7, very, very filler pack in general, but Inferno is fine removal in the Red-Green Delirium deck. Get your Delirium and draw a card off this later. Okay, I like the turn inside out in aggressive red decks as well. Boros or Gruul. Red, white, or red, green. Pick 9. Best card is Meat Locker by a lot. But we're not in blue at all. Pick 10. There's the Cornfield. There is Innocuous Rat towards Rakdos, and we're deeper into red than anything else now. We're just red with 1 white card, 1 green card, 1 blue card. I guess we're hedging all over the place with this Innocuous Rat. Found Footage fits fine into any Delirium deck. And don't much like any of these, but Amalgam fits well into Rakdos. It helps get random Delirium. when you have good Delirium cards. All right, pack 2, pick 1. 4 red cards, 1 white. We can absolutely take Arabella here. Could also take Percussionist and just completely lock into red. If I wanted to do the baseball bat thing, I've got the Hushwood Verge here, but it looks like we've got another good direction to go. We were getting good red stuff the whole pack. Now we can grab an Arabella. Glimmerlight fits into our deck no matter what we end up doing. I really like the Rakdos deck, and I've drafted it a lot, so I am going to ignore that Disturbing Mirth here, but there's definitely a part of me that wants to just slam that. I think I'm just going to take the Glimmerlight, makes it into our deck no matter what, and it will be particularly good in anything aggressive, which looks quite likely. Pick 3. Norin's quite solid for Boros. Yep. Another power 2 or less creature to trigger Arabella. I think I've found the spot I'm just gonna sit at here. We're just gonna go Boros. Although triple baseball bat. Fear of Burning Alive, great at the very top of the curve. There's plenty of enchantment creatures and artifact creatures that end up in your grave. Even if you're not a dedicated Delirium deck, you can often get there on Fear of Burning Alive by the time you're at 6 mana. Second, Glimmerlight is great. Second, Percussionist is great. Or Painter Studio Defaced Gallery is really good in Boros. I think I'll actually take the Painter Studio Defaced Gallery here. Big fan. Fear of Being Hunted is great. Forces a block, so it kind of works like a removal spell that then puts an enchantment and a creature in your grave. There's another Percussionist still. Wow. Pick 10, you say? And I have 2 white cards? You can't say I didn't try to not play Rakdos for the 10th draft in a row. What can you do? They fed me the Disturbing Mirth, and I ate it. They gave it pick 10, so here we are. Alright, pack 3, pick 1. There's the Skin Ripper 2. Balloon Man would be fine in Boros, but again, we got that pick 10 Mirth. And now we're basically there for a great Rakdos deck. Another Turn Inside Out. Stick Twister, actually. We're pretty low on 2 drops, and Rakdos is quite good at hitting Delirium, because your Skin Ripper and your Disturbing Mirth can sack your rooms and stuff to get enchantment and grave. And you have a little bit of manifesting with cards like Turn Inside Out and Disturbing Mirth also filling the grave. So Stick Twister's pretty good. Another Painter Studio Defaced Gallery would also be decent, but I think they're a little weaker in multiples. Here's Excellent Removal. Here's the Diversion Specialist to sack stuff, which is pretty good. Actually, another Rat goes a long way as well, filling that grave for the Fear of Burning Alive Delirium. Specialist or Rat are pretty awesome here. I'm going to go for the Rat, and we can wheel the Turn Inside Out of the Specialist. Pick 6, Fear of Lost needs a fine card to sack, and I don't want to overload on 6 drops. 1 Fear of Burning Alive is going to be enough. Pick 7, Murder. We're not doing Graveyard Recursion, Live or Die stuff, so Murder's just more efficient. Speaking of more efficient, I'll just run 1 of these Infernos. Play the cheaper removal mostly. Got Murder, Torment, Inferno, Glassworks. I've got all this without Final Vengeance, but I could like cut a Found Footage, play a Final Vengeance here. Overtaking the Fixing. Fixing is valuable. And we don't even have to cut anything to run it. I do think Final Vengeance is just excellent removal in Rakdos though, so I'm gonna take that. Okay, nothing here. Probably for the... Oh, I was going to say probably for the rest of the draft, but Ticket Booth is actually legit in Rakdos, whereas Razorkin not really. Alright. It's our millionth Rakdos deck. But what I can say, I like the archetype. I like the deck that we've drafted here. We have plenty of removal. We can play the long game really well, and we can also get just some aggro curve outs against slower decks. It's a super flexible, super powerful archetype with tons of synergy between filling the grave easily for Delirium cards by sacking rooms and stuff to Skin Rippers and Disturbing Mirths and Vengeances. And also just playing a lot of artifact creatures and enchantment creatures. So there's a lot of great stuff going on for the archetype and a lot of great stuff going on for this deck. Pretty pumped about this one, but let's just hop right into the Midweek Magic gameplay here. All right, game one, let's roll. By roll, I mean let's just roll out. Autobots roll out. It's a little monkey with a drum. Does that count as an Autobot? If it's on wheels? I wonder if it is. Probably not. It's probably just a living monkey thing. Oh, we've got excellent removal here for whatever nonsense our opponent tries to do. But much more likely to want to turn inside out their first creature. We just need some more threats to be happy here. Alright, nothing from our opponent yet. They're on a 9-turn clock. Can I swing with my 2/1/1s 9 more turns in a row? Forest Cycle the Branch Snapper. Mono green for now. Triple forest before we see any other mana. 2 forests into Forest Cycle. I don't think there's a reason to mono green in this format. There's a reason to mono blue. There's the mill thing. 10-1 Miller. Okay, there's Selesnya. That is fine, as are our trades for the Centipede. I am not going to spend removal on that. I'll just trade, get my Death Trigger, or poke for 2 and pass. Alright, poke for 2 and pass it is. Is there anyone in the comment section that likes to do different favorited lands? I always find that weird when somebody does that. Like, I guess when you don't hover over them, it looks fine. You don't hover over them, and it's like, yeah, these are the 2 pictures that I like. But when you hover over them, they have, like, the different set symbol and, like, the Universes Beyond symbol on one but not the other. It's always like, eh. It's a little to me. Definitely not as bad as the players who have, like, one of their lands is a full art, and then the other one's a regular art, and the other's like old border, and you're like, what are you doing? Please stop. I'm begging you. I can't take this. Alright, we're both going to get a Death Trigger here. They're going to get a creature to their hand, and I'm going to get a Manifest to the board. So they draw a Hardened Escort. I get a 2/2. But it is a Fear of Lost Teeth, so I can flip it up for 1 to, like, surprise kill their Centipede if they use removal on it or something. Which is why it's better to take that than the Glassworks as the face down. I would have more card types towards Delirium. Oh wait, no I wouldn't. I have Creature and Enchantment anyway. There's literally no reason to do it the other way. I'm a fool. I was going to say this is 2 card types towards Delirium, so you would hypothetically want to throw that in your grave first. But I already have both those types, so this is definitely better. Ooh! I do get to do the thing? Let's go. Got him. That's pretty lucky. That's pretty lucky. As is how the turn inside out is about to line up here. Everything's coming up Gauntlet. Double Manifest. full delirium. There's attack in the box. And Spineseeker Centipede for another land. Still really don't think I need to use any removal. Turn inside out is broken in half. Whee! One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 power on board if I drop Amalgam. Still not going to be lethal next turn. If I drop Amalgam and then like kill all their blockers. Flesh Burrower. So death touching blocker, but everybody already has 2 toughness anyway. It's basically just a 2/2 blocker. Sending the whole team to party here. Sure. That is actually pretty good. It tricks into buffing the Centipede and winning that fight. So we have to murder there. Yeah, that was really smart. Another living foam. And land. Our opponent has entered the flood zone. And they missed on the living foam. Unsettling Twins for double blocker for Percussionist. Alright, that can really help get stable here. Because spending removal spells 1/1 into their 2/1 Manifest Dread creature would be pretty bad. Alright, so we do the Impossible Inferno, because I can play that card till the end of my next turn. And Glimmerlight is a great one to hit. Ooh, the Tunnel of Hate. Start rolling in with some double strike. Trade from our opponent. We hit a Norin. Play Norin until the end of my next turn. And play Norin next turn and be more mana efficient, drop into Booth here. Alright, Rakdos Sakdos does the Rakdos Sakdos stuff. And we start things off 1-0. Let's go see what our random rare reward is to start things off. Probably gems. If you get a 5th copy of any rare, it just turns into gems. So we already have a playset. Ooh, but I don't have a playset of Assimilation Aegis, a mythic from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Not a bad one at all. Alright, game 2, we're curving out. Percussionist into Innocuous Rat. Almost couldn't say innocuous. Oh, the mirth. Let's go. Dream Hand. Mirth gets to sack one of these and draw 2, and then I can sack the Mirth to the Vengeance and get a 2/2, and we are going wild. I'm gonna hold off on letting Percussionist die yet, because I could hit something too expensive pretty easily right now. An early Sheltered by Ghosts. Sure. I guess we have to early Final Vengeance then? Shoot, I could have went Swamp, Mirth, sack Percussionist, sack Mirth to Vengeance, and exile specifically the Shelter instead of the token. Oh, this is fine too. I should get my 1 damage in. There's a lot of card types for Fear Burning Alive. I just need an enchantment engrave and I'm good, and that is easy here. Sure. I'll trade Rat into a 1/1 and get Delirium. I am very happy with that trade. It is Delirium time. Oh. I don't love that mill. Well, it's Delirium either way I do it. So I'm going to put that on the board, so if they have a bounce spell, they might put it back in my hand. Mistakenly. Let's Ticket Booth. It's more efficient to Skin Ripper, but it's early enough they could have a removal more easily. Fear of Immobility. Slow things down a little bit. Got it. Just blow that up with Fear Burning Alive soon enough. I think Tunnel of Hate is scary enough to sack the Fear of Lost Teeth here instead. For the draw 2 this turn. I guess I could have sent in with this, and then if they blocked, sack the Fear, ping 1, Skin Ripper, ping another one after the Disturbing Mirth. I just completely didn't see that line. Alright, well the 5 toughness means Fear Burning Alive does not work. But Skin Ripper can still jam and get us a 2/2 here. I guess if they flash something, and that's pretty bad. If I just unlock the Tunnel of Fate. Then they have to flash in something big. So if it's the 1/1, I kill the 1/1 and the Fear of Immobility. Like if they Glimmer Burst here. Aw, Flood Pits Drowner. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Then they'll just shuffle it in next turn. I might have drawn almost all my ways to sack the Disturbing Mirth at this point, which is tragic. I guess they shuffled the Skin Ripper back in so I could draw the next Skin Ripper. But the Mirth was a sack card, the Vengeance was a sack card, and the Uncommon. Those are all like my sack cards. The other ones just like play well with sack cards. They don't necessarily do it themselves. Get a card from exile this turn. Oh. Duskmourn's such a crazy format, just still learning new things. I'm sure I already learned the Norn interaction before, but I can just chump attack with my face down room. And then if they block because of Norn's ability, I can cast that room and just go crazy. So yeah, I mean, that's certainly worth it here. We flip up the Norn. And it's like we deal 2 to them or they let me cast my room. Alright, so they let me cast the room. I'm taking a lot of damage from Megalodon Prowler. I think I still just get outraced, especially with hits like these off the draw too. But that Norn thing is very cute. Maybe if we found that interaction sooner, we win this game. But again, it's whatever. It's midweek magic. You got me. Okay. Turn inside out. Tunnel of Hate, actually. It's definitely a thing. Man, that sucks. They didn't have the counter here. This could have been astronomical. Could have just been, oops, guess you're dead, kind of thing. One twisty boy. No, the blind draw, unable to scream. Looks good. Well, I guess it wasn't. They underwater tunneled and surveilled other stuff. These hits suck. Where's the Skin Ripper? Where? Shuffle into their deck, it says. Put it all the way on the bottom. That's the reality. It doesn't matter where I put the Glimmerlight. It's actually better on Stick Twister because then I can block Prowler without losing Stick Twister. And then just trump the... Well, I can't trump the face down because Prowler makes it unblockable. Um, Oops, I win? What the? Oh no! Oh no! Exact C's. That is unreasonable, dude. We had no business winning that game. Some loose lines earlier, not realizing like the Norin stuff. Missed out on some other stuff earlier as well. Seven, you're at 17, huh? Fear of being hunted. Oops, you're dead. Wow. What a draw. What a draw. What happens? RIP opponent. Sorry about that one. You certainly played better than me, and your deck is very nice. But still had all these, I guess. 2-0, and our prize is Get Lost. Get lost, opponent. You thought you had a shot? Nah. This is my game. All right, here we are on the play for game 3. We have Stick Twister, Defaced Gallery, which seems fantastic. Turn Inside Out, Innocuous Rat. We got all kinds of cheap goodies that work really well together. Fear of Lost Teeth. Let's roll with Stick Twister. We might be able to get full Delirium just like immediately here. Artifact Creature Instance off of Stick Twister, Turn Inside Out, and then we get to drop an Innocuous Rat. Planecycle the Shepherding Spirit, so they're on black and white, which has a lot of good reanimation spells, which makes the Planecycler better, because then they can reanimate it later. Okay, they're just going to hold off the Stick Twister. Yeah, wait, I'm a doofus. I should have actually just ran out the rat first. It's fine, Painter Studio turn though. Alright, goodbye, Inferno. We play the ticket booth next turn. Yeah, we should have led with rat and just held on to Stick Twister until we get Delirium, because with double rat, Turn Inside Out, like, we're definitely going to make it to Delirium. Murder. Tragic. But here goes the absolutely insane Defaced Gallery plus Tunnel of Hate combo again, plus the Turn Inside Out +3/+0 double strike is massive. There's an extra 6 damage out of nowhere once the Tunnel of Hate is unlocked. Ooh, a Mirth too. Alright, rats, Mirth. There's our best friend from last game. It's here if we need it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I hit for 18 with double strike if I unlock all these rooms. Because a 4 power creature, 5th from the Defaced Gallery, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I hit for 16 with double strike. All right. They stun it for now. Poke me for 1. Time to start unlocking stuff. Let's just unlock the Tunnel of Hate now, and then next turn I get to go Rat, Deface, Gallery, flip up, turn inside out. Got the mana for all of that in one turn. Cool. Take 7. We're at 10. All right, double strike when we're forcing them to block is going to be incredible here. So they have to block Fear of being hunted and give us that free kill. And then we can play the Rats and the Percussionist, holding up a turn inside out, and then we have good blocks here because we're at 10 life here, so I think holding off is solid. Although I could have gotten 1 extra damage throwing Percussionist in there. Maybe that would be worth it, but I am scared. Yeah. Rat, Percussionist, turn inside out here. I might have to just trade turn inside out into a threat at this point, or into another blocker, rather than trying to get the cheese lethal this game, as fun as that would be. Because we're very low at 10 here. Especially when they have the Menace equipment. Oh, and the Fear of Abduction. Goodbye, Fear of being hunted. Okay. I mean, sure, now I take 4, but now they're forced to block with the Fear of Abduction, and we just get our thing back. It's also the Final Vengeance. Is that lethal? Defaced Gallery. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9, 8 times 2, 16, 17, 18. It's not lethal. So we'll just force the block. The Fear of Abduction here. Final Vengeance, the Fear of Immobility instead. Oh, wait, no, it would have been 8 times 2, 16, plus 2 from Rat, and plus 2 from Percussionist. I forgot we would have hasted with Percussionist. We could have had the sweetest lethal ever, but now I have to win the boring way because I'm dumb. No justice today. Lots of misplays. But it looks like we're just 3-0. Yep. Certainly looking 3-0 right now. They are down to their last 2 creatures. And we've got the Gallery Tunnel of Hate Wombo combo. Is this flip up? No, it's not. All right, they crack back for 1, 2, 3, 4. Go team, go. And they don't even crack back for 4 because they have to chump somewhere. I guess Fear of being lost, or sorry, Fear of Lost Teeth's death trigger does mean they get to kill our rat or our percussionist here when they chump. All right, cool. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, I forgot about Fear of Lost Teeth Sporogenic Infection combo. Ooh, that's a good one. Hello, says Skin Ripper. God, I love Rakdos in this format. And this is lethal. Skin Ripper's attacking for 10 by itself because of the Tunnel of Hate. So we have 15 damage on board, and the Percussionist is adding 2 more, and then I could just sack a bunch of stuff to Skin Ripper too. After I have both of the rooms trigger, I can just eat them up for +1/+1 counters. But I'm not going to, because then that would run pretty hard into instant speed removal on Skin Ripper if they do that after I sack stuff. So we'll just present onboard lethal and not do anything unless they mess with that. Alright, they do mess with that. This cannot sack itself. Yeah, and I wouldn't do anything if it did anyway. Sure. Next turn then. Alright, next turn we do indeed find the lethal and get a nice 3-0 run out of the free Duskmourn bot draft. This midweek magic. Let's see what our mystery cosmetic is. This is a random cosmetic. Could be any kind. Could be an emote, an avatar. The vast majority of the time, though, it's going to be a card style, and it's going to be a parallax card style, just the warbly 3D effect. So as long as I get anything other than that, I'm happy. If I can get something a little less common. But we'll see. Parallax card style it is, but it's free. It's free real estate. We'll take it. Demonic Council's a pretty cool card, regardless. So, one last look at the deck, but that was a pretty fun little practice draft of Duskmourn here. I'm going to miss the format. Definitely started off a little rocky for me. I kept getting blown up by incredible rares and stuff. Where just like, all I do is lose to rares or win with rares. But as the format progressed, I really liked the archetypes and stuff. All the overlap that there is and the different color pairs you can go for, you can splash around. A lot of cool stuff in the format, and I really just enjoyed Rakdos once I got into drafting Rakdos. I was like, all right, I'm just going to keep doing this and having fun. And it was consistently a good time drafting Rakdos in the set, so nice to do it at least one last time here. Not too much to say about the deck I haven't already said throughout the format. And yeah. I'm a little brain dead right now, but I think I said all the good stuff about the deck right before we got into the gameplay, talking about the flexibility of how it can play the long game well or play the aggro early game well, and stack synergies are great, and it's just a good archetype. But that is going to end today's video. As always, I'd like to thank my patrons and YouTube members for supporting the channel, as well as you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it and you're interested in seeing some more, you can always like, comment, and subscribe to tell the YouTube algorithm to send you some more in your recommended feed. If you'd like to catch me live, you can check out the Twitch channel in the link in the description below. And if you'd like to support the channel directly, you can check out the Patreon link in the description below. But other than that, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Magic Arena.